No.A streaming. Hello. Good Hatoful morning. Oh, just the moment. I need to adjust my mic settings a bit. There we go. I was being very loud when I was playing D&D with friends the other day, so I had my monitoring turned down. Yeah, it's time. We're going to learn. We're going to hop into the true root of Hatoful. We're going to learn why Noah's head is in a box. We're going to uncover the dark secrets of St. Pigeon Nations. Yeah, it was pretty fun. We infiltrated a masked masquerade because we wanted to try and overthrow the evil uncle that was taking control over the kingdom while the king was away. And I had these mushrooms that had poisoned us like forever ago, and I was like, oh right, I still have these, so I like ground some up and put them in his drink, and I was hoping they'd just like make him sick so he'd like go to the bathroom and we could follow him and like kill him when he went to the bathroom, but they made him like vomit up blood, and now we're fighting all the guards. But it was very exciting. Anyways, we're not here to talk about D&D. We're here to talk about birds. These birds, specifically. And specifically this bird because after the disappearance of one No.A Mono, we are now playing as Best Bird Ryota. I think I just saved the first slot. Uh-oh. Did my save get messed up? Sakuya? Hey, bud? Toki wo tomare. I'm gonna try and restart the game and see if that helps, but if not, I might have some fast forwarding to do again. Man, I even was so smart and was like, I'll save here. But yeah, I checked the time for this route, and I think we can probably do it in one stream. I think it's supposed to be about 2 hours. Though it might be a bit longer if I have to start from the beginning again, because someone used the world, apparently. Oh, no. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before with this game. Well, time to move very quickly towards our impending death, then, from the beginning. God damn it. I think, oh, actually, wait, I might have made a couple... I think I made another save on the way there. Was it this one? No. That's the Angel save. That's summer vacation. That's beans. I guess I could always check my VOD, but I feel like that's more trouble than it's worth. That's also beans. Yeah, I'll just go fast, because I don't remember if any of these are on the true route or not. Yeah, it's just dead. Alrighty. Let's move quickly. True route, beginning, RTA. Let's go. No.A. Mono. Oh, I lost the second on the time there, but I think we can still have a good run. I'm trying to remember how speedrunners sound. Fulfill a promise from long ago. half of a control press. I can grant whatever you wish. Tell me. All right, time to make liberal use of the skips here. While we listen to the gentle sounds of Kevin MacLeod. And I sip my coffee. This is actually a good opportunity for me to consume caffeine. Excuse me. But yeah, the sad part about that D&D story is that there was a jester there, and the guy we were trying to poison wasn't drinking his wine enough to get poisoned properly, and so I was like, oh, how are we gonna do this? And so I talked the jester into like making some jokes about how he wasn't drinking enough. Oh no, the jester wasn't a wise one. I was like, hey, yo, I'll give you like a couple gold pieces. Go like make some japes about how, you know, this party needs more carousing and we should all down our bottles and stuff. And so the jester was able to convince this guy that like, oh, you know, you gotta slam it basically. And then, well, he wasn't really that dumb. I just took advantage of him. Oh, hey, Mekitsune. Our save got corrupted, so we're skipping forward to where we were. But yeah, so then once this dude like downed his poisoned wine, he got poisoned, and so he was like, the jester poisoned me. And I did my best. I blocked some arrows for him, but he's currently like bleeding out on the floor. I don't think what classes we take are gonna matter that much, because we're gonna get our head chopped off, but yeah. Honestly, this campaign's been very silly, but it's been quite fun. I think I have one of my favorite characters that I've played as in this campaign. They're just very comfy to be. Their name's Sir Litrax Drakemoor the 12th. And they're a little kobold, but they really want to be a knight. And so they speak very chivalrously and do good, glorious deeds, but their sense of morality is kind of fucked up because they're still like a horrible little creature. I like them a lot. They're my baby. They're basically like if Don Quixote was 1, a little lizard person, and 2, actually really good at killing people. Oh no, the fair maidens are absolutely safe. He definitely follows the rules of chivalry. But, you know, if you are deemed a bad guy, then it's okay to murder you in cold blood, because that's what knights do. It's the kind of thing where he'll, you know, draw his sword and give a salute and say, all right, have at you. Prepare for an honorable duel, and then, like, jump onto your neck and stab you 30 times. Yeah. He's a good little guy, though. He's trying his best. He's also a paladin, but he doesn't actually know that he can do magic. He thinks that, you know, he's just, that's what knights can do. Conquer the world by force, I guess. Yeah, he's a good little boy. No thank you, sir. Today is an elective day. I think, if I remember correctly, it's like the start of second term where we get killed. So after the summer. Yeah, D&D's good. You might be very confused if you haven't seen the other parts of this. Basically what we're doing today is like the true route, so it's only unlocked once you do all the other ones. Oh, did you miss the last bit with No.A? I'll start from there then. Yeah. It's basically the summary of the story here is that the character we play as is a human who we've named No.A after me. And she is she's the only human at an all birds school. In this world, there was a virus that made birds more intelligent. It accelerated their evolution and also wiped out a lot of the human race. And so No.A is attending this all bird school. There's various birds there. There's wacky and emotional slight romances with some of them. And then this is after we've done all of those little routes. We're going to get into the meat of what's really going on at this academy. Also, Ryota the pigeon is the best boy. He's our childhood friend, and he's very pretty. And he's a little sickly, but he's a really good boy, and he's nice. Yeah, exactly. This is Ryota. Look how cute he is. And yeah, he does cross-dress sometimes because he's very attractive. Oh, and then Yuya's rummaging through the trash. Yuya's kind of like a flirty playboy type, but we find out in his route that he's actually a secret agent. And this is our teacher, Nanaki-sensei. He's nice, but he's like falls asleep a lot. Although in his route, he had this photo of someone that he'd scribbled out, and it seemed like he had some angst going on with it. And he was like, yeah, his route was pretty wholesome though, because he was like, hey, you know, getting to know you has helped me let go of stuff in my past, and you're like a student, so it'd be kind of like fucked up if I went out with you, but like if you still feel the same way later, like come and find me. It was cute. Boop boom, boop 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 boom, boom. Alright, I think this is where we're starting out. I'm gonna overwrite my broken save here. Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I did look up, because I was curious about that. I was on the Hatoful Boyfriend wiki, which does exist, and I think the thing that's the most fucked up that I learned is that the doctor is supposed to be like 26. And I was so upset by that. I'm like, this old-ass creepy man is supposed to be younger than I am. Ah, anime! Classes always feel really long after summer vacation. I think I'll go home and sleep. I'm going to go home, Ryota. Want to come with? Huh? Ryota isn't at his desk. He's always slow, so I don't think he packed up and went home. Sir, wait. Hello, Mona. What is it? Do you know where Ryota went? I don't think I've seen him since homeroom. He went to the infirmary earlier. I think he wasn't feeling well. He had a stomachache? Could be. Maybe you should go check on him if you weren't going somewhere else. I will. I'm late. So that's the last time we see Mono, is she goes to the infirmary to check on Ryota. I've been slow getting out before, but I've never slept through my alarm like this. Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep. Anyway, gotta go fast. We've also learned through the past routes that the doctor who runs the infirmary is basically like a mad scientist that has been killing and experimenting on students. Good morning, Kawara. We were just about to sit down. Oh, and this is Sakuya. He's like a noble bird. He's kind of a racist bitch. But in his route, we started to fix him, and he's kind of cute once you fix him. Late on the second day, as expected of a feral. Now. Sir, where's No.A? Isn't she here? Apparently not. No wonder her kind died off. Where are you, No.A? Usually you'd be here early. You were late yesterday and now this? I think we can start homeroom now. Today we'll do a little review on the history of birdkind. Oh yeah, so here's the lore dump. I'm gonna summarize it because it's kind of long to voice act. So basically, a virus known as H5N1 appeared. It only infected birds, but then it underwent a mutation, spread to humans. It was really infectious, big mortality rate. As a result, humans were like, man, we're all gonna die. Let's make a virus to kill all birds so we don't have this thing get spread everywhere. But their new virus sucked at killing birds. And instead, it started making them way smarter. Also not mentioned here, I'm pretty sure it also made them bigger. Because a lot of the scenes in this don't make sense if the birds are still normal bird sized and we're a human. Doves and pigeons were the first to become really smart. Quails followed up. There's puffins getting into government now. Kakapos can be toilet trained. They're a little behind. The Prime Minister of Japan is a shoebill. Oh, also, I think happy anniversary to Shinzo Abe. I saw this thing where people were like, yeah, it's the anniversary of Shinzo Abe's assassination, but it's also Gundam Day because it's 7/9 and Gundam Day is trending ahead of Shinzo Abe. Humans were left defenseless to H5N1. Most of them died. It's mostly peaceful now, but there was a bunch of conflict in the past. That's the power of Gundam, baby. Kawara, do you have a minute? Sure. We're supposed to get our print boxes today. Would you mind picking ours up? Our print box? Yup. It has all the handouts and everything, since we don't have a council yet. Okay, it's in the faculty room, right? That's right. If you could have it back here before second period, please? Print box, print box. Inside the faculty office is a stack of cardboard boxes. These must be the ones. This one, maybe? I pick up the box marked 2-3. It's awfully heavy. I guess paper isn't exactly light when there's this much of it. Oh, thank you. You were okay by yourself? It was a little heavier than I expected, but I was fine. Let's take a look inside then, just to make sure everything's there. Huh? Did you cut your wing, Kawara? Cut my... I don't think so. It's bleeding. It is. Did I scratch myself on something? It doesn't hurt at all. No, this isn't my blood. What is that? There's blood leaking through a corner of the box. I feel sick, but I reach out and open the lid anyway. Inside the box is a human head. Dun dun dun! The eyes are glassy, but even like this, I still recognize her. She wasn't late. She was here all along. It can't. Finally, after all these routes where there was no payoff, we finally got head. Let's go! Woo! All right, first class. I'm not going to save right here because apparently Saki is bugged. But let's try and save here. Look away, Kawara. Looking will only hurt you. Emergency alert. Emergency alert. We have entered a state of emergency. All students, please evacuate to the gymnasium. Repeat, we have entered... Coo! What is happening? Why is everything red? I don't know. Bah! Until we know what's going on, there is nothing to do but follow instructions. What are you spacing out for, Kawara? Come on! No, I don't want to leave No.A here alone. Get up! She's gone! That thing is no longer Mono. It can't be. Come! Yeah, stuff hits the fan in the true route. By the time we arrived, the gym was already crowded with students and teachers. No one seems to know what's going on, though. The gym echoes with whispered speculation. Hey, did you see the box? Yeah, you had that too? Yep, well, the class rep opened it and I didn't see, but apparently there was a human arm in it. Ours had half a leg. It was really gross. From the snatches of conversation I hear, it sounds like all the print boxes had pieces of a human corpse in them. Were they all pieces of No.A, I wonder? Nobody seems particularly concerned, which isn't all that odd. It was grotesque, but it's not like it was a dead bird. They're all so racist. Just some primate. Nanaki, this isn't some idiotic disaster drill, is it? We're not supposed to have one until next month. Do you suppose it has something to do with that distasteful box? That was definitely Mono's. Bah! Won't someone explain this ridiculous state of affairs already? Yeah, someone. Tell me what's going on. This is a bad dream, right? Someone wake me up. Wake me up. when September ends. Oh shit, new character. What do you sound like?
Is everyone here? This is Ichijo Mino, the headmaster.
The headmaster?
It seems we have all gathered together without panic or noise. Excellent. Unfortunately, there has been a natural disaster outside. This school is a designated evacuation site, so please remain here a little longer.
Natural disaster? Nonsense. The weather is perfectly clear. Cool. Oko-san felt no earthquakes. It's not like we're anywhere near a volcano or anything. I demand an explanation, Headmaster. Just what is going on outside? Does this have something to do with Mono No.A? Why have you brought us here?
I repeat, there has been a...
No, imbecile! The gymnasium erupts in whispered discussion once more. Well, that changed nothing. I still have no idea what's going on. Are you alright, Kawara? No, yes I am. This could prove to be a very bad day for us all. Could prove to be? It already is. Koo! Mr. Nanaki, No.A is missing. Koo! She must have run off somewhere. Oko-san will go look for her. San, no, she's... Oko-san not understanding that she's dead is like the saddest thing. Ah! San is an older breed, much closer to pigeons of the human era. Maybe he doesn't understand the concept of death. Trying to explain would only hurt myself. The headmaster has proven entirely unhelpful. What should we do, Nanaki? Well, we can't exactly carry on with class. I agree with San. Let's go get No.A. Calm yourself, Kawara. To relinquish your sanity during a state of emergency is suicide. I am fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Stop! Nothing wrong with me. Sir, we can't just leave her there like that. May I go back to the classroom just once? Well, the principal did ask us to remain here, but he didn't say we couldn't leave the gym now, did he? I'm coming with you. As president of the student council, I have a responsibility to get to the bottom of this. Thanks, Sakuya. Do not flatter yourself. I am not doing this for you. Mono was foolish, loud, and had no manners or sense, but she never deserved anything like this. I swear, by my blood and name as a Lebel, I will find the one who did this. You shall be my assistant. Come, Kawara. Right. And so I exited the gymnasium in Sakuya's majestic wake. I want to know what happened to No.A. Who did that to her and why? Well, I have a pretty good guess who did it to her. Can the evacuation possibly have nothing to do with her? Why wouldn't the headmaster explain anything? My head was a raging whirlpool of questions and no answers. And I did not yet know what we would find. What is this? A wall. A huge gray... What had been a clear autumn sky is now blocked off by dull gray. It's dark. Almost like the sun has already gone down. A dome, rather. We appear to be shut in from above as well. What? When did they do this? And how? I don't think any of us was in full command of his faculties as we came this way. We can't be certain that it wasn't already there. It does seem most likely that it was put in place while we were all in the gymnasium listening to the headmaster, though. He did say there was a natural disaster. Maybe this is some sort of shield? A disaster so destructive there's nothing to be done but hide under an enormous gray blanket and wait? Maybe they, I don't know, didn't give the headmaster the details to avoid causing a panic? If that were the case, they would be robbing us of our right to know why our very lives are in danger. Is this really a shelter? Is there really a natural disaster? Man, Sakuya being a total Karen is actually, like, being useful now. Either way, we don't know if there's a connection between what happened to No.A and all this. Let's go to the classroom and then tell Mr. Nanaki about the dome thing. Very well. Looks like the other classes left theirs as they were as well. They're at the teachers' desks. Is everybody else planning to stay in the gym? Japan is a country full of fools who have grown lazy through too much peace. I doubt anyone else has dared to take it upon themselves to investigate this matter. Yeah, like, he's kind of a bitch, but at least he's taking action, you know? He's what do they call it? Walking the talk, so to speak. The box is still where I left it. Inside is... I can't. Sakuya, I'm sorry. Could you... No matter. What is this madness? Huh? There's... nothing here. That can't be right. We left it right here. It's not like it got up and moved on its own, is it? Someone came and removed it while everyone was at the gym? This is life, not some third-rate mystery novel. Exactly, Saki. I think this is Yuya. Bingo. Yuya! Salutations, Ryota. I see you're babysitting Sakuya. Do not throw my name about like some cheap toy, mongrel. No problem. Have a good one, Meikitsune. And yeah, if you, the VODs are all up. I've made a playlist for them if you are interested. I really love Hatoful Boyfriend, so I'm happy if more people experience it. How cruel. Well, I can't blame you for being tense, given the circumstances. I think he'd act like that regardless of the circumstances, Yuya. I am sorry about her. It pains me to think what happened. His expression clouds. It's strange. I've never seen him with any expression other than carefree cheerfulness before. You've known her for a long time, right? Yes. Do you know something about all this, Yuya? Well, most of this business is still a mystery to me, but I can at least answer the question we face right now. The whereabouts of the corpse, you mean? Yeah, that. As you said, this isn't some third-rate mystery novel. Corpses don't disappear, and we won't be having a famous detective show up and find the culprit for us. Anyway, the other infirmary assistants and I gathered her up in the chemistry lab. The chemistry lab? What for? For one, well, we couldn't just leave her scattered throughout the school, if only for the mental health of the students. Secondly, for the autopsy. As you know, we have two things going on at once here. The only human in the school was cut up and distributed to the rest of the school, and now there's some natural disaster happening. I imagine if you're wondering if there isn't a connection between the two. We are, but we haven't found anything. What do you know? I told you, this is all a mystery to me, too. I suspect that we will have an easier time investigating the murderer, as long as we're sealed in like this, though. The doctor should be proceeding with the autopsy by now. Bitch, he's like almost 100% the one who killed me. The doctor? Why him? You don't trust him? Of course not. I don't want to think about what he might do to her. He might even have... You suspect the doctor? Yes! Every birdie knows he's a nutcase. He probably killed her for some crazy experiment. He is an expert in the field. Who else here could perform the autopsy? But I know where you're coming from, Ryota. He's not exactly the most ethically minded bird around. That's why I asked Professor Nanaki to come too. He should be there by now, if you want to go make sure. Alright, we'll go later. I guess we gotta collect the parts and build our own No.A puppet. Oh no. Oh, No.A. So, No.A has been gathered in the chemistry lab, and the doctor and Mr. Nanaki are examining her now. Mr. Nanaki might not be the best witness, but he's better than no one, right? We know where the corpse went then, but why are you here? Me? I'm investigating. Under my own orders, of course. Playing detective, mongrel. That, and I have to make sure we didn't miss any pieces. Anyway, what are you two going to do now? Personally, I think the murder and the evacuation are almost certainly connected. I am inclined to agree. The headmaster's refusal to explain our situation makes me doubt his story in its entirety. Indeed. So, Ryota? Yeah? I know how you feel. You want to find the one who did this to No.A as soon as possible, right? Yes. I don't know what happened, but like, somehow Yuya has an accent now and I can't make it stop, so that's just how it's gonna be. Like a slight southern accent. No.A, gone for a moment and suddenly she was turned into this. Who did that to her? I'll find them and then I'm gonna find the culprit and I've never felt this emotion before, but now I feel nothing else. When I find that bird, My thoughts exactly. Unfortunately, this school is a mess, and we won't find anything by chasing after her shadow. I think we should try to solve both mysteries at once, whenever possible. Of course, the wall could just be there because of some natural disaster. That's about all I have to say. Yeah. Oh no, don't let Sakia affect you. Don't become a mongrel for real. Humph. We didn't need your advice from the start. You're nothing but talk anyway, mongrel. Thanks, Yuya. We'll do our best to help. Oh, one other thing. You might want to talk to No.A in the maintenance office. Tell him I sent you. You mean that antisocial cockatiel dandy every birdie hates? Yep, him. Don't worry, he's a good guy. He'll be able to help you, and you might find something useful in there. Well, that's it for the talky mongrel. Adu? I think that's the problem, is because he hasn't been talking to No.A, he's been 1, way less flirty, and 2, he hasn't said mon ami at all. It's changing my voice for him if he doesn't say mon ami like every 3 sentences. He saunters off towards the staircase. What a dreadfully obnoxious man. I thought he'd never shut up. He gave us some good advice, right? We should be grateful. I think he should flirt with Ryota too, though. Anyway, I don't think we'll find anything else here. Indeed. Where should we head next? I doubt we would go amiss by visiting the lab, the maintenance office, or by investigating the wall outside. Right. Let's go to the office first. Maybe this No.A guy will be able to help us. The maintenance office. In other words, the repairman's shop. I doubt we will find anything useful there. Yuya said to go, right? I doubt the integrity of his advice. Jeez, is that anything to say about your own brother? You should be nicer to your family. My family? Do you mock me? That filthy-blooded mongrel is no relation to me. Whoa, calm down. I guess his elitism is still running business as usual. I don't have time to waste. We should hurry. The maintenance room is in the corner of the main building, on the ground floor, right? Excuse us. What is this? This doesn't look very educational. The handyman pretty much lives in here, I think. A dove, and one more. Mr. No.A, hello. What are you doing here? Didn't you hear the alarm? I am Ryota, and this is Sakuya. We got permission from our teacher to investigate the building. Didn't you hear the alarm? No panic, no noise, and no leaving. That's what I do here. Whoa, somehow he seems really cool. You mean you're too lazy to go to the gymnasium? Don't worry about me. You two go ahead and find your class there. No, we're not. Do you mean to interfere with us, wretched fool? Yuya said we should ask you for help. Oh, Sakazaki Yuya? Yes, him. We decided to honor his request by coming all the way over here. Do you intend to stop us now? Sakuya, where the heck are your manners? Sorry, he transferred from overseas and his Japanese isn't too great. He certainly has more bark than I imagine he has bite. Very well, come in. I like this picture on the wall of... It looks like a pigeon getting beamed with a UFO or wearing a sombrero. I'm not sure which. What do you say you gentlemen were investigating? Two things. The murder of No.A and the mysterious wall outside. You've been in here the whole time, right? Do you know what he's talking about? Yeah, I got an idea of it from Mr. Sakazaki. In other words, you know only what you have heard from that mongrel. Useless. I know plenty about the school itself, though. My job is to take care of the entire campus. Maybe you know what that big gray wall outside is, then? Nope. Useless wretch! Sakuya, calm down. Oh, I'm not sure there's anything we can learn here right now. Oh, wait. Mr. No.A, could we use your computer? Maybe we can find out what's going on outside. Sadly not. Everything's been cut off since this morning. Even the telephone wires, eh? This is too thorough. I can't think of any reason why they need to cut communications off or some sort of storm protection. This has been a wild goose chase then. A complete waste of time. Let us go, Kawara. Oh, wait. I have a bright and massive piece of advice for you. Bright and massive? What? If you get stuck, try the headmaster's office. I've been almost everywhere in this school, but never there. You might be able to find something out about the wall if you check in there. Of course! The headmaster did not speak to us in person in the gym. If he was broadcasting from his office, then he might still be there. Asking him certainly seems like the best way to get some solid information. We should try that. If you need a break later on, feel free to come back here and rest. Anyone Mr. Sakazaki sends is trustworthy. I'll get you some notes. If you find anything, you can come write it down. You never know what could happen in a situation like this, and you don't want to forget anything. Thank you, Mr. One. We can come back here later. For now, we should check the lab or the wall. Also, I'm gonna drink coffee. Yummy. After those two, we can try the headmaster's office. Go to... let's go check out the lab. Excuse us. It's always been one of the gloomier parts of the school, but today the lab is downright depressing. Hello, Kawara. Sir, thank you for being with No.A now. Of course. Sakazaki came and asked me to come right after you two left the gym. He must have gone past us. How unfortunate. The doctor is lining the pieces of No.A up on one of the lab benches. Must you glower at me so, Mr. Kawara? I'm not glowering at you. Do you disapprove of my handling her? He gives me an evil smile. No, that's not it. I just wish we had a doctor who wasn't this malicious. Are you finding anything, Dr. Iwamine? Not yet, no. I only just finished assembling her. It will take some time. I will send word to you when I've finished. Perhaps you have something else to do while you wait. Very well, we shall not interfere. Come, Kawara. Right. Oh, Mr. Kawara. A moment, please. Yes? Allow me to give you a hint. A hint? You suspect me of foul play, do you not? Foul play, get it? Hehe. In light of that, I shall leave it up to you whether you decide to believe me or not. Anyway, I think you have missed something very important. One might say that you have forgotten something. Perhaps you should bear that in mind. You're just a little bit off, but I'm sure you'll find the answer yourself if you keep looking. Isn't it beautiful, Mr. Kawara? The sound of your life crumbling apart around you. I take it does not suit your tastes. Very well. He was rather fond of the unusual himself. A pity. He? Well then, you can handle the outside investigation, and I, the internal. Good luck, Mr. Kawara. Right. Thanks, Doctor. Yeah, he's so evil. I kind of like, I was just talking to some friends with this the other night. I feel like, especially now, there's such a trend in fiction for, like, every villain to have some reason, It's like, you have a villain, they have to have a sad backstory, they need to have a redemption arc, they need to have a justification. And, like, don't get me wrong, if it's done well, it's great to have a sympathetic villain. But a lot of the time, it's just kind of lazy. It's like, oh, this guy had a sad childhood, so he's evil now, but you should feel bad for him. So, because of that, I kind of appreciate it when you have a character that's like, oh, yeah, no, this guy's just a bastard. Yeah. Like, don't get it twisted. This guy's just fucking sucks. I appreciate the honesty, you know? He's definitely enjoying himself. What a psycho. What did he mean when I said I was missing something? Or maybe he was just trying to lead me astray. Better not to worry about it for the time being. What were you talking with Kawara about, Doctor? Oh, nothing important. I was just giving him a little emotional support and encouragement. I see. That's good then. I'm sure you'll remember not to cause any trouble for my students, Doctor. Nanaki, like, very quietly and calmly threatening the Doctor is kind of hot, I'm not gonna lie. We step outside once more. The gray dome remains, blocking out the morning sky. Let's go get a closer look at it. We can't see much from over here. Indeed. Yeah. It's like, it's such a normal statement that it's almost unclear whether he's just saying it or whether, like, there's something to back it up, but it's like, hey, you stick up for us. Hell yeah. Iron, maybe? It's quite firm at any rate. Maybe it is some sort of shelter. My phone's out of range. Maybe this wall is blocking the signal? That seems likely. It sounds thick and dense. Trying to break a hole in it will not be practical. Maybe there's an emergency exit or something? Oh, we should check. We still don't know whether or not we are completely sealed in, after all. Right, let's walk around the perimeter. Doesn't look like there are any doors or anything. Indeed, it appears to be identical all the way around. Do you suppose it is ventilated? I can't say I fancy the prospect of suffocating under this thing without even knowing why it's here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I bet if Oko-san just ran at it full speed, he'd go right through. He'd leave, like, a little bird-shaped hole in it, like in a Looney Tunes cartoon. I'd think an emergency shelter would have some sort of airflow built in, yeah. If not, then we're in deep trouble. What are you looking at? Up there. Is that some sort of hatchway? He points upwards. Ah. He's right. About 20 meters up, there's a joint of a different color. That does look like it might lead outside. Let's go look. I don't see any sort of latch. Can we open it by claw? Yeah, maybe there's a switch or something somewhere. It does not seem like we can do anything here now. Let us remember its location and return later. I don't like to think about it, but if there really is such a terrible disaster out there that this is the only option, maybe it would be better to leave it shut anyway. Indeed. Let us move on. We still don't know what's going on outside. I've got enough on my mind just thinking about No.A, but I'm worried about my family outside, too. I hope my mother's okay. Oh, baby! Ryota. I suppose we finished the first stage of the investigation now. Yeah, we've got a better idea of the situation, I guess. The doctor's working in the lab. The gray dome covers the entire school, but for one small hatch. And we can use the maintenance office as a base. Mr. One did say, indeed, he suggested we visited the headmaster's office. Yeah, it's on the first floor. Let's go. Headmaster, sir? Are you within? We demand entry. Rude even to the headmaster? I wonder if the doctor is the only person in the entire school who he actually respects. No reply. Let's go in. Wait, Sakia, that's... It's locked? Bah! Where is that old geezer? Maybe he's pretending to be out, so we'll go away? Indeed. He never was the type to walk about the campus. Or perhaps he has locked the door from the inside and plans to stay there until the siege lets up. Should we wait around? We have no time for such frivolities. We shall enter this room if it means reducing the door to a miserable pile of splinters. It's the headmaster's door. I don't think it'll be easy to break down. You speak the truth. Let us ask Nanaki if there isn't a key to open it from the outside. Yeah, we can head back to the... Huh? What is it, Kawara? I thought I heard something. I hear nothing. Perhaps you are imagining things. Like something being dragged across the floor. Listen, there it is again, behind... Suddenly, behind us stood a gigantic scarecrow-like creature with a rough burlap sack for a head. What do you mean the doctor is responsible for this? That's crazy. Oh my god, that's a big leap. What in? The Scarecrow Man draws closer, dragging its long, ungainly metallic arm behind it. Sakia, watch out! Its arm slices through the air, smashing the window into tiny shards, which scatter across the hallway floor. We don't know what it is, but apparently it isn't friendly. Sakia, we have to run. I am well aware. Did we lose it? I think so. Lucky it moves so slowly. What was it? Surely no one could devise a prank as bizarre as that. It looked like a biped. It was humanoid, but I don't think it was a human. I've never heard of a human made of metal and burlap. A murder, the dome, and now this? I know not who is behind these trickeries, but they must have a death wish to mock me so. For now, we have to get back to the lab. We need to warn Mr. Nanaki. Oh, welcome back, Kawara, Shirogane. Would you like some tea? Is this really the time? We cannot afford to relax now, Professor. So I take it something happened? The headmaster. He must have been hiding from the scarecrow. It smashed the window. Calm yourself, Kawara. You become incoherent. Sorry. We were attacked by a gigantic creature outside the headmaster's office. It was a bizarre thing, like a scarecrow in appearance. A scarecrow? Yeah, like the ones humans used to make. It attacked us and we ran back here. It was slow, but its arm was heavy and dangerous. Are the other students still in the gymnasium? Probably not all of them. If there's something dangerous in here, we should probably tell everybody to stay together in the gym. Yeah. The plot thickens indeed. Not only are we trapped under this confounded dome, but now it seems we must contend with this monstrous new guest. I wonder what the Scarecrow Man's connection to all this is. A Scarecrow Man, you say? Doctor? Fascinating. I've never cut into one of those. I'd love to get my hands on it. Have you finished the autopsy, Doctor? Yes, for now. I was awake here the whole time. Don't worry. Thank you, Mr. Nanaki. You two may well have a right to know what I've found, given your efforts towards the investigation. I shall try to state simply and briefly what I have learned from the lumps of meat which were once Miss Mono. Control yourself, Kawara. Falling out amongst ourselves would only do us harm. I know. Anyway, we lack the tools for a proper examination, but the cause of death was asphyxiation. There are no signs of any strangulation or smothering, so she was either poisoned or sick. She was dismembered after death, then, Doctor. It would appear so. There is little evidence of bleeding, so we may assume that she was cut up sometime after death. No.A was one of the healthiest people I know. She couldn't have become that sick that quickly. Meaning someone poisoned her. Yeah, gee, I wonder who could have the knowledge to handle poisons. Is it the person with all the poison in their office? Why? For the sake of the grotesque, or to make her easier to carry, or for some other reason. Disgusting, either way. I suppose I should also tell you the estimated time of death. Obviously, I cannot be completely certain, but I believe that Miss Mono died yesterday, after school. In the evening, then, precisely. And she was found this morning. In other words, unless she was seen yesterday afternoon, she may have been here all along. Kawara, her house was near yours, was it not? Did you see her yesterday? After school? No, I didn't. My mother asked me to run some errands, so I went straight home yesterday. That's right, I went home alone. It's too late to regret it now, but maybe if I'd just asked her to walk home with me. I see. Perhaps we should ask any other students with whom she was close. You're going out again? Be careful. It sounds like wandering around the school could be dangerous. I know, Ryota. This poor... he's the poor boy. Don't worry. We can outrun the Scarecrow if it shows up again. Incidentally, I went home early yesterday too. I left as soon as class ended, so I only know what Ryota has told me. I wish I had some useful information, but...
I was in the infirmary right up until I returned home, as usual. I know nothing of what happened in the rest of the school, sadly.
So neither Mr. Nanaki nor Dr. Iwamine saw No.A yesterday afternoon. Oh, right. Could we ask a favor of you, Mr. Nanaki? A favor? The headmaster's office is locked. We think he might be hiding in there. If there's a spare key to his door, could we use it? A spare key? Yes, there should be one in the faculty room. Yeah, Doctor didn't see anyone named No.A Mono, but he did see a human that was ripe for slicing up. Thank you, sir. We'll be back soon. Be careful out there. You too, sir. Kawara is a strange boy. I wonder why he lied about going straight home. Oh? A little bit more thickening for the mystery? We won't be able to talk to the headmaster until we have that key. Let us work on the murder case until then. Right. We should ask every birdie where they were yesterday. The doctor said he was in the infirmary until he went home. I wonder if we can trust him. Do not bias yourself with baseless suspicions, Kawara. Yeah, I know. I think maybe you trust him a little too easily, Sake. He's a world authority, but that doesn't make him honest. You know nothing of what that means. The head of the Lebel family, my father, was once crippled with chronic illness. He was cured by medicines developed by Dr. Iwamine. He makes medicine? Save the sleep talk for your dreams. Have you no idea what contributions he has made to the medical world? I didn't know. I thought he was just some kind of mad scientist cooking up nothing but death and all-around woe. You have become biased by the foolish rumors of the peasantry. Reconsider yourself. In any case, the Lebel family is indebted to him. A noble bird will never treat a benefactor with disrespect. So that's why he's so polite to the doctor. Doesn't that make him biased as well, though? Anyway, let's go. Very well. Go to... So we're gonna go to one of these places, but first, I am gonna go to the bathroom. Be right back. Woo! Bum, bum, bum. I've returned. We've managed to avoid drowning. Let's head to the maintenance office for now. Also, let's save, because I don't remember if there's bad ends. Mr. One? You two again. Come in. How goes the investigation? Well, I hope. We went to the headmaster's office, as you requested. It was locked, however. Yeah, we got attacked by this weird thing outside there. I'm glad you're okay. The office isn't that far from... Was that thing a muddy scarecrow-like man, perhaps? Yuya. So, you've seen it too. Ah, Yuya's theme. Just now, yeah. On the second floor. I caught a glimpse of it from behind at the other end of the corridor and didn't stick around to let it see me. So alas, I was not blessed with looking at its pretty face. Coward. Hey, we ran away as soon as we saw it too. Anyway, it sounds like it's wandering around the building. Maybe it would be better for you to leave, Mr. One. Don't worry for me, young one. My duties prevent me from leaving this room. Yeah, it was successful. I watered the flowers and I had an important maintenance. But I didn't do anything else dirty and gross in there. You two aren't planning to call off your investigation because of a bad guy or two either. Well, yeah, that's true. Already stuck in the rut of unadaptable middle age. Don't come crying to us if you get hurt. I've come within touch and distance of death in the past. I will be fine. Robots can, what, do maintenance? Yeah. We can just do a little bit of maintenance and make sure everything's working properly. You know, because I live in a house made for humans, and so the bathroom isn't super useful to me, so I keep all my tools in there. So that's where I go to do some maintenance. Yeah. I wonder what kind of death comes that close to a maintenance worker. Then again, knowing this school, there could be all kinds of evil going on behind the scenes. Well then, what are you standing around for? I believe orders were given for everyone to gather in the gymnasium to avoid the scarecrow. Same goes for you. Why aren't you headed over there? I can't just sit around. Indeed, same here. Hence, walking around the school. On that note, I'd better go to the lab. Professor Nanaki wanted me there. What for? Something you asked him to do. Oh. Ah, he wants you to help him keep an eye on Dr. Iwamine. Most likely, yes. The doctor and No.A, that is. Anyway, you two go on with your investigation. I'll be watching over her, so don't worry. Right. Wait. Yeah? According to the autopsy, Mono died after school yesterday. Did you see her during that time? Yesterday evening, huh? What did the doctor say? Just that he'd been in the infirmary all day. I was there too. We were inspecting and cleaning all day, so I can verify the doctor's alibi. I told you not to doubt him without evidence, Kawara. Right. At this point, the prime suspect is that scarecrow anyway. Yeah, so he actually does have an alibi. Yuya can back it up. That's everything? Well, adieu. Although, to be fair, He's also the one that told us when the time of death was. So he could have just created his alibi. We should head out too. But first, let's write down what we found. Alright, let's go. I'm going to use that as a prompt to save. Let's write down what we found. The students in the gymnasium have grown somewhat restless since the evacuation. Shut up with no explanation, and now there's a suspicious individual wandering the campus. I guess even doves lose their cool eventually. San, where are you? Koo, Oko-san is right here, alive and well, so far. Koo, where did you and Sakuya go? Leaving Oko-san behind and going outside is not fair. You just confused the issue if we brought you along. We came back because we had a question for you. Koo, come at me, whippersnapper. That's not what you usually practice on the ground after school, right? Koo! Of course! It is Oko-san's duty as track captain. Did you see No.A while you were out there yesterday? Koo! No! Oko-san did not see her then, or as he was going home. Can we really be sure that he would have noticed her, even if she had been there while he was running? Good point. Koo! Do not look down on Oko-san's visual memory. Koo! If you had asked Oko-san about the blood-stained interloper he saw, then he would have had something to say. Huh? Wait, son, what did you just... Koo! Do not look down on Oko-san's visual memory. After that, imbecile. Koo! If you had asked Oko-san about the blood-stained interloper he saw, then he would have had something to say. Koo! Oko-san saw the interloper going to the infirmary. The infirmary? Could that have been No.A? She wouldn't have been stained with blood until after she died. She was a bit hyper, but I don't think she'd be walking around at that point. Koo! It was not No.A. It was a bird unknown to Oko-san. So, someone covered in blood was going into the infirmary after school? Whoever he is, he's our prime suspect now. Thanks for telling us, san. It's like in that Ace Attorney case where you cross-examine the parrot. At least we found something. Even if it raises more questions than it answers. Yeah, some bird who San doesn't know. Could it have been someone from outside the school? It's past noon already. Let us hurry onwards. And so we walked about the school, searching for clues of No.A and the mysterious blood-stained stranger. We were lucky enough to avoid encountering the scarecrow, but we didn't find any information either. Where to now? I'm gonna keep saving, because like I said, I don't remember if there's bad endings. Nanaki has probably gotten the key for us by now. Let us return to the lab. Okay. Huh? What is it? Did you say something just now? I did not. Could it be that confounded scarecrow again? No, it's not him. I thought I heard some birdie say something. Bah! Don't scare me like that. Though, we've been walking around half the day. It's hardly surprising that your mind should be playing tricks on you. This is... the library. What if there's somebody in here? They might not have heard the alarm. Let's check. Very well. Far removed from the emergency throughout the rest of the school, the library is the same as always. Empty. It is a little gloomier than usual. I guess there's no one here. Pull yourself together, Kawara.
I have no use for subordinates who lose hold of their sanity. Since when am I your subordinate? Sorry, Sakuya. Let's head back to the lab. Something bad happened. I should have known what would happen after this. If it hadn't been for me, none of it would have happened at all. What was I trying to do here? What did I see? Why can't I remember? I can't hear. What are you saying? You're fading away. It's too far. Miss Mono.
Oh, the blood-stained interloper. Well, we do know... I actually don't remember who it is, so I'm allowed to make guesses. We do know a bird that Okosan might think was blood-stained, even if they weren't covered in blood, is my guess. But I actually don't remember who it is. Mr. Nanaki!
Welcome back. Have you found anything interesting?
Yet another suspicious individual. But we should speak with the headmaster first. Have you gotten the key? Yeah, because Angle looks like he's bleeding.
Yes, I have. Right here.
Thank you, sir.
Well, let's go have a look, shall we?
The doctor and I will be here. Be careful. Adieu. Clear left. Clear right. I like that they have only one hallway shot, so it's like clear left, looks down the hallway. Clear right, looks down the same hallway. Good. Doesn't look like the scarecrow is here.
Well, that's good. If I had to fly away from something like that, I might panic and hit the ceiling.
Oh, right. Quail's reflex when startled is to fly straight up. We should start hear it dragging its arm when it moves, so we'll have plenty of time to get away. Let's go in.
Right. Let's see.
The headmaster who gathered us all in the gym without any real explanation. How many of our questions will he be able to answer? Excuse us. What is that dog? Maybe he's not here? That or hiding. There's somebody at the desk. He's sitting with his back to us, but his feathers are the unmistakable green of a Nicobar. Speak to us, headmaster. Have you gone deaf? Sakuya, be polite. Japan is the country of courtesy, after all. Is it his fault or mine that we had to come here? Headmaster, will you... This... Sakuya? The thing here is no longer the headmaster. His half-closed eyes are dull and cloudy. The skin showing beneath his feathers is pallid. What madness! Him too? Looks like it's not only the pug that's taxidermied. Uh-oh. Oh. Third class. Poisoning. Only a few hours ago. I believe he was already dead when the announcement was broadcasted this morning, though. I checked his broadcasting equipment, and it looks like they put the video together from last year's disaster drill footage. Meaning somebody killed the headmaster and gathered everyone else in the gym. Why would anyone... There is no explanation but mere obscene delight in the grotesque. I think we may all be vastly underestimating the magnitude of whatever's going on. It might be better if we kept this to ourselves for now.
I concur. Until we have a proper grasp of the situation, telling the others would only cause unnecessary panic.
First No.A, and now the headmaster, both poisoned. Were they killed by the same person? More rationally, they must have had a reason for killing him and fabricating the broadcast. Oh. Guess who's here? It's Parentheses. Hi, baby. Yeah, I am talking in the mic. This must be connected to the quarantine. Hey, baby, do you want to say hi to the stream? Come here. Come here. Say hi. There you go. Yes. Yeah, you can hang out with us while we play Hatoful. You want to see the birds? Since we're finally here, let us search for some clues, Koara. Right. Easier said than done. Every shelf in his office is piled high with documents and papers. Where do we even start? Incompetent feral! Examine each piece one at a time, looking for anything about emergency procedures, plans of the school. Yeah, I got it. PTA records. That's not it. Demographics for dummies. Nope. Transfer students. Wait, next to that is the human representative? That must mean No.A, and the date is from 2 years ago, right before she enrolled. It's not really related to today's incidents, but it might have something useful. Yeah, I think that was probably because there was a cat between me and the camera. I got very small. Oh, are you making biscuits? She's making biscuits now. There doesn't appear to be anything about converting the school into a shelter. Anything this large scale would have to leave some sort of paper trail here, were it official. Yeah, we had Theses controlling the thing. I wonder if you had a cat that could, like, sit still, if you could get VTube Studio to track them properly. My cat does not sit still, so that wouldn't happen. Yeah, because you're always moving around, aren't you? Yes, you're so full of beans. What are you reading, Koara? This. The human representative? It's locked, even though none of the others are. A minority representative is no more important than a transfer student, or the like. There's no need to have it sealed up like a criminal record. I wonder what's written in here. We can't exactly ask the headmaster to open it for us. I don't suppose the key is in here somewhere. Maybe we should ask Mr. One for help? Do you intend to break it open? Yeah, it'll be faster than looking around for the key. And... that? I was wondering about that as well. That thing on his desk. Some sort of control panel? Whatever it is, it's suspicious. I believe it is a control panel for some machine, yes. And spread out next to it is... the dome. Maybe this controls the dome? Or the hatch we saw earlier. One did postulate that it would be in here. Locked, of course. I doubt we'll find it easy to break that one. Oh, you're slipping into Yuya here. Yeah. All the same, we have some actual hope of getting out of here now. Even just that is comforting. Let's go talk to Mr. One. I think we have exhausted the possibilities of this room for the time being. Let us go. Sakuya. I mean, they are brothers, or like half-brothers. As much as Sakuya doesn't want to admit it.
Mr. Kawara. Yes, sir? Oh, I see you have yet to lose your open distrust of me.
Well, 2 people have been poisoned, and we have evidence that the perpetrator went into the infirmary. It's sort of hard not to doubt you a little, sir. Not too hard for Sakuya, though.
How honest of you. Did you find it yet? The thing you forgot about.
The thing I forgot about? He must be talking about what he said earlier. No, I'm not convinced you're not just trying to mess with me. Are you sure you're not trying to keep me from finding something you thought nobody knew about?
How cruel, Mr. Kawara. Your boundless suspicion wounds me.
He doesn't look wounded at all. Yeah, he's big. No wonder he's able to kill us. More like amused.
I have no reason to regret your solving this mystery, Mr. Kawara. Let me give you another hint. There are no riddles here. If you want to find the truth, you need only keep going. You need not use your brain at all.
What are you talking about? No riddles? Wait, not that. You mean to say that you know the truth already?
Well, who knows?
If you do, tell me.
I told you, you need only keep going. Everything here is a plot that was laid out just for you, after all.
Just for me? How long must you babble, Kawara? Come. Sorry. I take it this is a challenge, Doctor.
You may take it that way if you so wish.
I swear, I will find the truth. I'll hold out, I'll stray out, I'm reaching to the truth. Don't get mad at me, YouTube. And if I find that you killed No.A...
Oh, I do look forward to seeing what sort of answer you find.
It's easy to know who done it when you done it. Mr. One? You two again. What is it? We explained to Mr. One what we found in the headmaster's office.
The plot thickens, I see.
We think this file may be connected to the mystery. Can you unlock it? Or break it? Let me see. This will be rather troublesome. It's just a lock, right? Forcing it will result in spontaneous combustion. What? Why would they put something like that on a bunch of ordinary documents? Perhaps because these documents are not ordinary. All the same, I've dealt with similar things in the past. It'll take time, but I believe I can open it. So defusing bombs falls under maintenance operations? Do not forget, I'm not just a maintenance worker. I'm a bright and massive maintenance worker. What does that have to do with anything? So maintenance work in Japan requires a number of skills. I am impressed. I think Mr. One is the only... Oh, right. Can we ask you one more thing? You may. We found a control panel that looks like it's for the dome as well, but it's locked. It seems to require a password. A password? Ask Mr. Sakazaki for help. Yuya? He's a master of unauthorized access. So that wretched mongrel has lowered himself to crime? I never knew he could. Sakia, just let it go. We need his help here. I'll take care of this folder then. I can't say for sure, but it should be done by the time you and Mr. Sakazaki get back. All right, thanks. We should probably write all this down since we're here. I'm going to take that to mean I should save. Where is Yuya right now? Either in the lab or possibly gallivanting around like a nincompoop. This would be a lot easier if we could use our phones. But we can't. Off to the lab. Yeah, nincompoop. You don't hear it very often, but when you do, you're like, oh yeah, that's a good one. I wonder if he's still in there. As we turn the corner. Uh-oh. The Scarecrow Man blocks our path. Of all the... Sakia, run! Don't order me around, feral. Yeah, it was gonna be one of those I gently opened the door and Yuya was in a roast turkey again. We lost it. Right? Oh, shoot. Sakia and I must have run in different directions. I hope he's okay. Of all the times to run into that thing again. If it's lying in wait for us like that, we can't rely on the noise of its arm to find it. And the dome makes the building dark, so it's hard to see. I'd better be careful. Where is it now? I want to head straight to the lab, but... Did I just hear something? What are you doing in here all alone? Did you see the wall outside? There's been an emergency and every birdie's supposed to gather in the gym. You should... You're... Kawara Ryota? He knows my name? Have I met him somewhere before? Yeah, have we met before? The unfamiliar mourning dove shakes his head. This is the first time we've spoken. Then why do you know my name? She told me. Miss Mono. No.A? Oh, right. Didn't she say she made friends with a freshman who's in the library all the time? Can I ask your name? Fujishiro. Nageki. Oh? That might have shown up. Just a moment. Oops. Wrong disappear. Okie dokie. Nope. I'm glad I'm not working. I just had a DM. You were friends with No.A then? Did you maybe see her after school yesterday? Was she acting strange at all, or... Oh, shoot. He didn't hear the emergency broadcast, so he probably doesn't know what happened to her either. Ah, hi Kuro! She's... Don't worry about it. You don't have to explain again. Huh? I already know. Oh. She washed up here and spoke to me. Which can only mean one thing. She's dead. He doesn't exactly make things easy to understand. It's going pretty good. Well, we're on the true route right now, so our main character is actually dead. So I guess in that sense, you could say dating the birds is going very badly. Our main character is dead, and we're playing as Ryota and trying to figure out how she died. Almost as if he's talking to himself and doesn't care whether or not his interlocutor knows what he means. She washed up here? Do you mean yesterday? If you know anything about what happened to her last night, please tell me. I do not. Miss Mono did not come to the library after school yesterday. So she didn't come here either? Thanks. I need to hurry back to the chemistry lab, and you should probably get out of here too. There's a suspicious individual in the building. A sus individual. It was not yesterday that Miss Mono came here. It was just now. What? He's gone. The morning dove who just spoke to me has disappeared. Did he go to the gym? I hope so. I don't really want to consider the possibility, but maybe Saki is right. Maybe I am going crazy. I have to last long enough to find the killer. Hey, Katse! You're late, Kawara. Blasted feral doves. Sakuya, you're safe. He was pretty worried about you, Ryota. He couldn't sit still the entire time you were gone. Sakuya being a tsundere. Kind of cute. Yeah, so to fill you in on what's going on, someone killed our main character, apparently with poison, and then her body was cut up and distributed through the school. And now there is a state of emergency with a big dome surrounding the whole school, and Ryota and Sakuya are trying to figure out what's going on. It's a funny dating game about birds. Yay! Silence, mongrel. Thanks. Sorry for worrying you, Sakuya. Anyway, Sakuya filled me in on your adventures. You want me to hack into the headmaster's computer? Can you do it? Naturally. Just leave it to me. Come on, let's go. Yeah, Sakuya is French, so that's one strike against him. And he's like a stuck-up noble, so he's kind of a racist dickhead. But he does have a good side, it's just buried pretty far underneath everything else. Oh, welcome back, Kawara. Sir, about this control panel. What about it? Can't you tell? Must be that was the wrong voice. Can't you tell? It must be the controls for that dome. Right. I suppose it could be. It's locked, though. We were gonna have Yuya get into it for us, but...
That's illegal, you know. That doesn't matter. Don't you comprehend our situation? I never said you shouldn't do it. We don't have much choice, do we? Go on.
Hey, no problem. Have a good sleep and good luck with class tomorrow.
Well, having Mr. Nanaki's approval certainly helps my conscience. Let's see.
He wakes up the computer, and before long, I have no idea what he's doing. Hacker man. Wow, I wonder where he learned to do that. I like that they just have, like, furious typing SFX. Hey, chilling in bed. That's how I usually watch streams, so... Oh my god, this is such a dated line. I imagine he spends his spare time stealing illegal X-rated videos off of the intertubes. X-rated videos can teach someone how to do this sort of thing? Maybe I should watch more of them. No, Ryota! No, my innocent baby boy! Don't be tainted.
There we go. Now then. There. We're logged in as the administrator now.
Woohoo! This only has an open and a close button. I guess that's pretty straightforward.
Well, I'll leave the rest of this to you two.
Yuya's so cool. If we press this button, either the dome itself or the hatch will probably open. But with the headmaster dead, we have no way of knowing what's happening outside. If there really is some terrible disaster, then opening the dome could put everybody in danger. I wonder if Mum's at home. I hope she's okay. There is a dangerous individual wandering the premises, and the bird in charge is dead. I think it would be wise to open the dome now. That's true. Yeah, when there's no girls to just be like a cringy playboy towards, that's when he actually gets to be cool. We should... Oh, fuck, I didn't save. I think we should open it, though. Let's open it. We need to get everyone out of here. Agreed. And we can confirm once and for all that the talk of a disaster was nonsense. Escape hatch opened. I guess it's not for the whole dome. No matter. All we need to do is get a look outside. Just having the hatches open is better anyway, in case there really is a storm or something out there. The escape panel will close automatically in 15 minutes. To reopen it, please reboot and try again. It closes on its own? That seems like a risky design. 15 minutes isn't enough to get everyone out. Let's go out and take a look before it closes. We're going outside again, Mr. Nanaki. If it's safe, we'll organize an evacuation at the gym. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll come too. Sakazaki, doctor, what will you two do? The doctor's here?
Well, I don't have any more business here. I shall return to the lab. Leaving No.A alone with another man would hardly be gentlemanly, so I'll go with the doctor.
Well then, let's go, Kawara, Shirogane. Very well. Yep. Where was that hatch? Have you eyes or pickled onions? Right here. The hatch high above the ground is open. Looks like the control panel worked. I think every birdie should be able to fly up to that. It's a little narrow, so we'll have to go 2 or 3 at a time. But outside... Yeah, it's perfectly clear. We can only see the sky, but there's no storm or gale. Nothing but the same calm autumn sky from this morning. The true blue sky. No earthquake and no typhoon, and the announcement video was a fake. I think it's safest to assume that the whole thing was a lie. I am curious about the state of things out there, but the door closes on its own, so we had best think carefully before going out. We can't see the city at all. We don't really know what's going on out there, if anything. But if there really is no disaster, and if this is all some plot surrounding Mono's death, then we need more clues. I'll go. Are you sure? We have no guarantee that it's safe out there. It isn't safe here either. Look, the hatch is open. It is. We can go home. No, you're supposed to be in the gym. You shouldn't go out yet. Like heck are we sticking around with nothing but that bogus explanation from earlier? I can't wait any longer. I'm going out. Wait, come back. Come back at once. We don't know if it's safe out there yet. Yeah! Huh? A gunshot? We have to go help him. Calm down, Koara. You'll only get yourself shot as well. But... As if to laugh at my shock, the hatch gives an unpleasant rumble and swings shut. He was shot. As soon as he went out, someone on the other side shot him. It's not a natural disaster. If we go out, we get killed. But why? Yeah, clay pigeons. Fourth class. Coffee. No.A's corpse, delivered without warning throughout the school. Yeah, so basically this VN is like, there's individual routes for all the birds that are pretty short. They're like 40 minutes to an hour each. And they kind of vary. Some of them are pretty silly. Some of them actually have some weight to it. And then once you do all of them, you unlock the true route. And the true route is meaty. It's got stuff going on. There is lore. Yeah. Hatoful boyfriend got hands. No.A's corpse, delivered without warning throughout the school. The students gathered without explanation in the gym. The headmaster appearing on screen to announce an emergency situation and then turning up dead. The gray dome enclosing the school. The scarecrow appearing for no apparent reason in the sealed-off building. And now, the students shot dead if they try to escape. I think the only route that's like 100% a meme is probably Okosan's route. I don't think there's really like anything you learn there aside from, wow, this bird sure likes pudding. What is going on outside? How humiliating. It would seem that things are worse than we ever expected. If only I'd stopped him. There was nothing we could do that we didn't, Koara. The last thing you need to do now is start mourning what we've lost. You don't intend to give up now, do you? No, I'm fine. We have to keep going. I think we should keep quiet about this to everyone in the gym. We can explain to them after we've figured out what to do. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Our one chance at escape turns out to be a one-way ticket across the sticks. There's nothing we can do but search for clues inside the school. Where shall we go next? Let's go back to the maintenance office. Mr. One might have that file open. Very well. Yeah, like the doctor said, you only have to keep moving forward. We return to the maintenance office and explain what happened outside to Mr. One. I see. It seems that our worst predictions have come to bear their evil fruit. Our worst predictions? Do you know something? We can predict things without knowing that they will happen. Confusing predictions with reality can be fatal, young one. I've been wondering for a while. Mr. One, are you really just a maintenance worker? An innocent student is shot. I suppose it's time I introduced myself properly. I am Leone JB. Oh, he has a zombies theme too. One of the great soaring wings of the Dove Party. S-Class agent. Pleased to meet you. The Dove Party? He looks like a cockatiel to me. Yeah, this theme song goes so hard. I have heard of this Dove Party, the secret organization that advocates living in harmony with humans, correct? You are well informed, young one. It is a noble's duty to be well informed. I feel like I must have missed something. There are two schools of thought driving the politics of today. The Dove Party, who believe we should live peacefully with humans, and the Hawk Party, who believe we should exterminate them. Exterminate? But I thought the wars with humans were over. Do you really believe that everyone has just decided to live happily together? Sadly, that is not how the world works. There are still many disagreements between birds and humans, and so the hawks and the doves have come to the fore. We discovered hawk activity at this school, and so I was dispatched to investigate. And what we feared would happen has happened. Wait a minute, are you saying the Hawk Party has something to do with St. Pigeonations? It seems hard to believe. This school is known for its tolerant policies towards humans. It even welcomes Mono as a representative. I cannot confirm or deny it, but there are a growing number of Hawk operatives attached to the school. The headmaster's secret file will probably answer some of your questions. Oh, you got it open. Thank you. That should speed things up a little. Let's look inside. The human representative. To help humans and birds advance hand in feather towards a bright and happy future, we have decided to enroll one human in the school starting in the year 2187. They will be the human representative. The pandemic has long since ended, but we must nonetheless be cautious of the risk of infection with Sumatera influenza when making our selection. We will pick a strong, healthy 15-year-old human who displays hereditary resistance to Sumatera influenza. The human representative. This is talking about Mono, no matter how we look at it. 2187, that's when we enrolled here. Come on, let's read the rest. The chosen individual will be a symbol of human concession, to wit, a hostage for birds. If the representative is to die in the school, the entire campus will be sealed off, and all the birds inside will be given to the humans as prisoners. The seal will be lifted 12 hours after the death is confirmed, and the birds will be delivered to the humans. The school will be declared an extraterritorial zone, and avian protests of any human reprisal will not be tolerated. If No.A is to die? So her death was connected to the dome after all. And The important part is this final gruesome exchange. Basically, if anything happens to No.A, the representative of humanity, then the entire school takes the blame. So it would seem. They trap us in here to give the humans time to arm themselves. The dome will open in a few hours, but what awaits us outside is a horde of bloodthirsty monkeys. How humorous. It's not humorous at all! So, this was the true face of her enrollment here. I rather think that this whole thing was arranged to widen the divide between humans and birds from the start. Indeed, things go deeper here than we ever realized. As you know, this stool's public stance is very liberal on the human cohabitation issue. In fact, the school's principal financer, the Ichijo Group, has been heavily involved in human charities for the past 20 years. I have investigated the history of St. Pigeonations extensively, and I have confirmed that it was founded with the ideal of coexistence with humans. But the Hawk Party has been sending agents here for a long time, eating away at the system, like a dreadful virus. We have had information about this document for some time. It is real. It's kinda hard to take all this in at once. Just to make sure, for 12 hours the dome will remain closed. During that time, humans will gather to take revenge. And then, when the dome opens, they will kill every bird in sight. And with that, another era of war between birds and humans will begin. That student who got shot when he flew out the hatch. There are already humans waiting out there with guns. Yeah, I guess the idea is that they, made this concession as part of, No.A being enrolled here, but it is, you'd think they wouldn't have such a strong position. She was discovered this morning, and the dome was raised soon after. So the time is not from when she died, but when her death is confirmed. The evacuation was about 2 hours ago? Yeah, it was right at the start of second period, around 10 o'clock. And so, we have until 10 p.m. before we're all killed. You seem awfully calm, Sakuya, even after watching somebody get shot. Remain calm, Kawara. Do nothing but worry about what's gone wrong, and you'll be next. I do not know who did this, but they will rue the day they decided to tangle with a labelle. What time is it, Mr. Leone? Just past 2. We have only 8 hours, then. 8 hours. We have to find an escape route in 8 hours, or we'll be killed. But if we go outside, we'll be killed anyway. Just getting outside isn't enough. There has to be another way. I know, right? It's like, normally they're cringe, but the fact that they're normally cringe makes the rare moments when they're cool even cooler. My dictionary does not contain the word impossible. We shall continue the investigation. You're very decisive, Sakuya. I'm glad you're here. Do not attempt to flatter me, Kawara. I'm not. I mean it. We've found the connection between No.A's death and the dome. There's clearly some sort of intrigue behind it all. I don't want to die without knowing the truth. We'd better go now. We have to solve this before we run out of time. You are a promising lad. If I were to give you a piece of advice, well, don't miss the forest for the trees. Don't miss the forest for the trees? Sakuya, there's one more file. Operation Hatoful? What is that? I don't know, that's what it says on here. The bottom half is torn off. We can't read it at any rate. Title drop? Title drop! I don't feel like it has anything hopeful anyway. That's an awfully friendly name for a confidential document, though. Stupid Japanese. Look, it's spelled hurtful. Whoa, it is. I thought Hatoful just meant heartful. I suspect that we will find many of the things to come quite hurtful. Right. It was probably something important, given that it was in the locked file. Indeed. I hadn't heard of this hurtful thing before, but you might want to look into the school's history. Hurtful boyfriend. The school's history? At any rate, the headmaster must have known what would happen after Mono died. The escape hatch was no doubt put in place to allow him alone to escape. Which means that maybe he had a guarantee of safety for himself? I don't want to suspect an elder, but it does look that way. Everything going on here is connected. We may well find something of use in the records. Right. Let's go look at the school documents then. I'm not the only Dove agent in this school. I'm sure the other will help you as well. Good luck, gentlemen. Time to go look for more clues and save, just in case there's a way for us to die. Maybe we should write in the notes first. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Leone said to investigate the school's history, but how? Where do we look? The headmaster's office. Or the library, perhaps. We already looked through the headmaster's office. Did you see anything like school records or anything? I would have thought they would be there, but I don't recall seeing any. The library it is, then. And the mystery we have left to solve is the blood-stained stranger Oko saw going into the infirmary yesterday. Exactly. What with the headmaster dying, an army of gun-toting bipeds showing up to turn us all into jerk chicken, and it all, I almost forgot about it. And the scarecrow. We still don't know where he came from. He appeared along with the dome, and is no doubt connected to it. If we continue to investigate it, I am sure his origins will become clear. And Mono's gruesome end is the best clue we have. For now, we should forget the puppet and chase after the blood-stained bird. Right. That's that decided then. We'll go to the library to read up on the school's history, and we'll look for that bird. It probably doesn't matter, but which should we do first? Let's go to the library first. The library. I wonder if Nageki's at the gym yet. Nageki? Who? I met him in the library earlier. He stayed behind? An unusually dense individual, to be sure. The library's a little ways away from here. We spend some time jogging through the hallways. I've been trying to ignore it, but the dim light makes the library even creepier than the rest of the school. Getting hung up over little things in a time like this is a sign of weak nerves. Really? Well then, where are the school documents? Probably not where just any birdie can look at them. They are probably somewhere in the back then. How dull. Come, let us search. Right. Yeah, Sakio's really a gatekeep, gaslight. Well, not a gaslight. He's just the gatekeep girl boss, basically. Books, and none of them are what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be in this corner, but apparently not. And here a line of incredibly dusty encyclopedia... Huh? That's odd. There are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing. Huh. That's weird. Did somebody misfile them? Anyway, St. Pigeonation's history. It's not back here with the large volumes, so maybe it's a smaller book? It's not here. You never left? Is that a problem? Well, not really, but I told you earlier there's an emergency going on. I can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just doesn't care. The records, huh? Keep looking there and you'll never find them. So, you know where they are? Yup. Well, since he's here even now, I imagine he basically lives in here. So it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things. I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them? Yeah, ghosts don't care. By request. Request? You don't know what that is? He gazes at me with eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain. You can only get at them by request. They're not kept out here. Then, where are they kept? Behind the reception desk, in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead. There are a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true. Thank you, Nageki, really. Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara. Oh, sorry, I was talking to him. Talking? To the bookshelves? Surely there are better uses for your energy. No, Nageki was telling me where to find the... There's no one else here. Cease this bizarre monodrama. Huh, monodrama. What is he talking about? Nageki is standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind a shelf or something. I was worried he was a figment of my imagination for a minute, but he just told me where to find the records. But Sakuya... Well, let's find out. Can I ask you something, Nageki? Yes? Are you a hallucination? If I was, that would mean you're asking a hallucination whether or not he's a hallucination. Yeah, that's right. It does seem a little weird. Does it matter? Maybe I am, or maybe I'm not. That doesn't answer anything. This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I will remember everything soon. What about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet? Nageki, do you know something about that? Huh? He disappeared. The thing I forgot. That's exactly what the doctor said, too. Why did Nageki know about that? It wasn't just a coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all this? I don't think I can dismiss him as just a hallucination. Oh, it did? Oh yeah, it did. It's Hurtful Boyfriend now. I didn't notice that either. Request only books. This shelf? Looks like it. I see a lot of the same books as were in the headmaster's office. Chronology of Saint Pigeon Nations. This? Let's see. 2180. Founding of the school, same year. Ichijo Kitsugu inaugurated as headmaster. 2180? Much more recent than I had thought. Only 8 years. I hadn't known either. Aside from that, it's all transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here? Wait, Sakuya, look at this. 2183. Medical center shut down due to fire. Medical center? Does this school have something like that? I don't think so. There was no mention of it in the student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else? Right here. Damage from the fire. The book presents us with a new mystery, as if to taunt our inability to hold all those we already have. A new sort of mystery. 2183. Medical center shut down due to fire. Freshman Fujishiro Nageki died in the basement where the fire started. Didn't I just hear that name? The exact same, but that's... Nageki died 5 years ago? Then what is the Nageki I keep meeting today? He didn't deny that he was a hallucination. Sakia couldn't see him, which means he's a ghost. Don't say such dreadful things. It's unscientific. Tu distes Bellavernes. We're betting our lives on this search, you know. Ghost board. I won't have any occult rubbish brought into it. But I think he knew something. If he is the same bird, then he could be the key to solving this mystery. So you intend to rely on some invisible ghost? There are limits, Kawara. I spent some time looking for him in the library, but couldn't find him. He's always found me, rather than the other way around. I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. The blood-stained bird. Do you have an idea? I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason, don't I know somebody like that? Vague, as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it is, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuya was still in there? Let's go ask him again. He did say he was here until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he said that he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what said is true, then he was lying, which would mean that the doctor was lying too. Very well. Yuya. Salutations. How goes the investigation? Well, just who do you think I am? Yeah. Unlike me, you're a very capable bird. Yuya, we wanted to ask you something. Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away. Did you really not see anything yesterday after school? I'm not sure what you mean. I thought the doctor and I already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time. We talked to San earlier. He said that he saw a blood-stained stranger going to the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that? Nope, sorry. Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself? Yikes. No. As you can see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all. Besides, said he saw this bird going to the infirmary, but not going into the infirmary, right? Yeah, he did. Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor? Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakia. Let's move on. Indeed. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some bloodstained stranger, then that would mean that Yuya and the doctor are hiding something. I feel like Okosan's not smart enough to lie to us, you know? Where do we... the medical center seems like a good place to go now. Indeed. Where is it? That's the problem. I'd never heard of it before either. It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect that to be hard to find. The record book said that fire broke out in the basement, and if the building was burnt to the ground, it would have said so. It should still be here then. Assuming it wasn't demolished. Are there any unused buildings on the campus? Unused buildings. Oh yeah, that old hall. Old hall? That's what we call it. It's by the back gate, and it's not used for... What's wrong? The school hasn't even been around for 10 years. What reason does it have for having an old hall? Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange. Come, guide me there. This is it. It doesn't really look like a medical center. It's pretty much the same as the main building, yeah. Looks like the door's locked. Then we shall break it down. You're starting to sound like a delinquent, Sakia. What? What did I say? Don't worry about it. We'd probably be suspended for breaking in here, but this is an emergency. We don't have a choice. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you gotta face the hard truths when you're solving a mystery. And if one of those hard truths is the fact that Oko-san is dumb as a bag of bricks, then that's how it is. It's awfully dusty in here. It has been left unused for 5 years. It appears that they didn't leave much behind. Everything's empty. I wonder if they cleared everything out when they sealed the building? This all looks pretty much the same as in the main building. Bah! Did we come here for nothing? Let's look around a little more. Look, this door still has a sign on it. I guess it was the reference room? I do not relish wandering the prospect of wandering about this mausoleum of schoolrooms, but very well. This hallway CG. It's even dustier in here. The shelves are marked with dates. Perhaps they once held medical records. There's nothing left now, though. And Operation Hatoful. Huh? Among the rows of dates, sure enough, there's a shelf labeled Operation Hatoful. Empty, as well. It would have been asking too much to hope to find anything anyway. Operation Hatoful. I wonder what it is. Who knows? Something put in place along with the human representative business, so no doubt it was nothing good. Is Operation Hatoful connected to this medical center? What if it's the source of the mystery we're tangled in now? My head hurts. The only things left are... archaic medical journals. Huh? It's the encyclopedia. An odd place to keep one. Wait, look at the volume numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. What? What does this unpleasant arrangement hold some meaning? I saw them like this in the library, too. A bunch of old encyclopedias? Yeah. Can I look at these for a bit? Do as you please. The ones in the library had the same binding. And in the place of Volume 9, there's an extra copy of Volume 6. Look, this copy of Volume 6 has a library sticker on it. Perhaps it came from the library, then? Someone must have brought it here when the medical center was still open. They probably switched it with Volume 9. An unpleasant piece of mischief, to be sure. Yeah. The other volumes all seem as they should. There probably isn't anything in the extra copy of Volume 9, but maybe we should go see if it came from here. When we get back to the main building, let's go check the library. Provided it isn't a weird waste of time. We leave the reference room and continue our investigation of the medical center. We've searched the entire first floor and have yet to find what we're after. The stairs into the basement? Apparently the fire that closed this building 5 years ago started in the basement, but we haven't found it yet. The elevator doesn't have a button for it either. How do we get in? Perhaps we can't anymore. Huh? Look at that wall. The wall? It looks like a normal concrete wall to me. Don't you see it? Stupid peasant. What about it? Think back to the building's exterior and the second floor. There shouldn't be a wall here. It's small, but there's a space behind there. Yeah, the amazing wall texture CG. It must have been sealed off after the fire. Now that he mentions it, this wall is a slightly different color than the rest, which would make sense if it had been put in later. So the stairs are beyond here? It seems likely. Isn't this a bit much for a cleanup of some fire? We probably won't be able to break this down. If we can't get in there, I doubt we'll find anything more of use in here. At least we found that thing from the headmaster's documents again. Yeah, let's head back. Did you hear something? Yeah, I'm sure Dr. Iwamine was doing responsible and ethical things here. And that's why there was a fire and someone died. Someone else just broke in here. This could be bad. We're in a dead end with concrete all around. We need to get somewhere with a window, fast. Run. Yes. That was Angel's entering sound. Stop. Ah, it's here. Wait, calm down, Kawara. It's small. It is Angel, you were right. So it is. Too small to be the Scarecrow. Huh? Aren't you from 2-2? I am the Crimson Fallen Angel, Angel. I knew it. The manga club boy from the class next door. He's famous around the school for being a nutcase, but what is he doing in here? I think I'm going to have a headache. Textoris Melodoria Funeris. Who, me? Good for you, Kawara. He came all this way to give you a title. It's not good at all. Nothing but trouble will come of it. I don't know why you came here, Ankle, but it's dangerous. We're supposed to be in the gym with everybody else, so come on, let's go back. I am not allowed to rest. Not until I have fulfilled my duty. In accordance with the Pact of Old, I must seal you here now. Textoris Melodia Funeris, Undertaker. Undertaker? If that's it, then, so the time has come at last. I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judica. Come. Angel, Crimson Fallen Angel appeared. Can we save here? Yeah, we can. Just in case we can lose this fight. Angel used Dark Void Shockwave. Ryota takes 24 damage. Ryota's turn. Take this. Blue Moon Slash. Ryota unleashes Blue Moon Slash. Angel takes 78 damage. Cease this jack acting, you wretched imbeciles. Sakaya attacks. Ryota takes 260 damage. Ryota returns to his senses. Angel takes 295 damage. Angel is shaken. Sakaya just smacks both of you on the head. Knock this shit off. I am shocked, Kawara, to think that even you would go along with that farce. What? He disrupted my territory? I got carried away by Ankle before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed. You, Luzon. What did you come here to do? After what you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect. I came here to do but one thing. I must follow the demon spores. A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about? Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese. Your dialect is somewhat opaque. I don't think it's just his dialect, Sakuya. The end is calling me. That is all. That this is the cross I must bear. He stares off into space, as if gazing at something far away. Maybe that basically means that he's a thrill seeker? So you are a moth allured by a candle's light, Luzon? No, I am Satan stained in crimson, clad in night, unforgiven. My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory. More crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal, but That bloodstained chest is just the way Bleeding Heart's plumage looks. Oh. What is it, Kawara? Bloodstained chest. Sakuya, do you think maybe the bloodstained stranger Sansa was... Hell, where were you yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal and following the demon spores. Could you rephrase that? Rufa, the tree of blight, called out to me. He's asking you to say it using words we understand. Hallowed magician of white, your anger now. It is the power of the demon spores. I think it's the power of you, Ankel. Bah, I must compromise. I was in the place the ignorant many refer to as the infirmary. I knew it. I think we need to talk to you. Come. And so we left the medical center, Sakuya dragging Angel behind him. Coo! This is the bloodstained stranger Oko-san saw. It's nice that we get Oko-san's cheery theme in the middle of all this. That's that then. We need to know what you did yesterday. Did you go into the infirmary? If I could, I would have. But only the chosen one can stop the demon spores. In other words, he didn't. Useless. The gate was sealed with the power of darkness. However, Edel Blau did venture within. Edel Blau? Who is that? Explain in terms known to sane individuals, please. The Apostle of the Blue Sky, Edel Blau. She also goes by Mono No.A. No.A went into... What? Yeah, it reminds us of the happy times. When day are dark, always remember Oko-san theme. No.A was in the infirmary yesterday, after school. But the doctor and Yuya said no one came, and nothing happened. They're lying. 4th class, end. 5th class. You are different from those peasants, Sakuya. You were chosen from the day you were born. You must remain conscious of this. Yes, Father. We are the chosen ones. It is our duty to guide the foolish common folk. Yes, Father. Look at them, crawling in the mud. There is no value in their lives. Were it not for our compassion, they would die as miserably as they live. Yes, Father. Their very blood is tainted. Their world is not yours. You must never speak with them again. Do you understand? Yes, Father. To Japan? Yes. You will be staying there for some time. Arrangements have already been made for your education. Remember, you must such as to bring honor to our family, Sakuya. Yes, Father. Also, Dr. Iwamine is in residence at the institution you will be attending. He is a prestigious doctor. It would not be exaggerating to say that our current glory is thanks in part to him. Do not disrespect him. Yes, Father. Yeah, we start to get into a little bit more of, like, why Sakuya is such a bitch, I guess. This is one of the cases of giving the dickhead some backstory that is actually not too bad. Also, I think this might be a good place to stop and pick up next time, because I was hoping to do it all in one run, but we actually have a decent amount still to go. And the fact that Sakuya talks so much, it means and I did D&D last night, means my voice is dying. Yeah, I think the thing is like, it's shorter if you're just reading it, but if you're doing voice acting and commenting on stuff, it's gonna take a while. So I think I'll probably stop here. and then finish it off sometime this week, because I want to give the ending the... Yeah, I need to replace the batteries in my voice box, because I was... Sir Litrax Drake Moore yells a lot too, so my voice is done right now. And I want to give the ending all of the weight it deserves, because it's pretty dramatic. But yeah, so we'll finish up here. I will make a couple saves, so hopefully they don't get corrupted. And then we will finish up sometime this coming week. I think I'm going to put out a schedule. I think I want to start some new games too. I want to start Ghost Trick, because I never played Ghost Trick before, and I've heard lots of good things about it. And then streaming's basically my way of getting through my Steam backlog. I've had Signalis in my Steam backlog for a long time too, and I really want to check it out. So, yeah, I'll probably put up a schedule. It'll be kind of loosey-goosey. I might switch stuff around, but surprisingly, yeah, it looks really neat. I was surprised. Last week I was like, I'm gonna try streaming every morning for Hatoful. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but it was actually really fun. And then when I didn't stream on Saturday, I was like, oh man, I kind of miss streaming. So I don't know if I'll stream every day again, but it's surprisingly, it's pretty fun. It's not like a chore to do at all. I like doing it. Yeah, I'll play Lisa one of these days, because that's in my backlog too. I will. But yeah, for now, have a good night or afternoon or morning or whatever time. I got those streamer brain rot, yeah. It's just a good way to be like, oh yeah, I've had this cool game sitting in my backlog for forever. If I put it on a schedule, then I will play it. And it's fun just to like chat with people while you're playing too, you know? But yeah, for now, I will make one more save to try and make sure I don't have to get all the way back here. And then I will see you later. And yeah, thanks for dropping by for Hatoful. I hope you've been enjoying the story so far. It's a deep mystery unfolding here. But for now, I need to go do maintenance on my throat because it's dying. So for now, bye, King.